My aunt demanded that I fund her son's education, even though she refused to help me when I needed her. She tried to shame me at our family gathering, but it brutally backfired. I got a job around 3 months ago. It's my first proper job that doesn't happen to be in a fast food restaurant. No hate. This was to pay for my rent and save up for uni. I live away from my parents because I go to an international school in another city, as per customs in the country I live in, and to show gratitude, I gifted my first paycheck to my parents. It wasn't much, but I could see that they appreciated it, and we were all happy. This lasted for 10 minutes. My mother then decided to go on the family group chat to tell everyone. I then get a call from my aunt, who then proceeds to ask me about the details of my job, which seems fishy considering she hasn't really given a shit about my existence until 2 seconds after that text message is sent. She then explains that her son, who goes to the same school and is in my grade, is going to college, and that I, as a person with a source of income and as a family member, should pay part of his school fees using my next paycheck, as I am part of the family and I should support him. For the record, I know that my aunt has a substantially larger salary than I do, but I guess she doesn't care to spend a dime of it on something that doesn't benefit her. Additionally, when I got into this school, my mother called my aunt to ask if I could stay with her until I graduated, but she refused, saying they didn't have space. My aunt went on about how hard my cousin worked to get into college and insisted that I should have some sympathy for him. Honestly, I don't feel any sympathy for a kid who stays out all night and barely puts in the effort at school. With the little patience I had left, I politely reminded her that most of my salary goes to my own basic needs, such as paying rent and buying food, as well as saving up for my tuition fees, to which she rudely responded with, "If you can do that, you should be able to donate some money." I then hung up on her out of frustration. Later, I got a call from my mother asking why her sister was complaining about me. I explained my end of the story, and now she has blocked my aunt as well. My aunt realized this and has been pestering other relatives to help cover the fees and guilt-tripping, shaming those who don't donate, and is probably ranting in the family chat as I am writing this. I did go NC with my aunt. I didn't talk to her, but I got some hateful messages on social media from people I assume to be my aunt's friends. Our family has these gatherings for dinner around once every 4 or so months, where all our extended family that is descended from my maternal grandmother gathers, usually at a relative's house. This time, it was my parents' turn to host, and it felt good to go back. As soon as I got there, they showed me my aunt ranting out of self-pity in the family group chat, and we laughed a bit. At around 5, my relatives started showing up, including my aunt and her family. I managed to avoid her for the first hour until dinner, as that is when we all sit on a long table, and we have this time where we go over what everyone has been up to for the past few months. One of my uncles then asked all the kids how school was, and eventually asked about me and my cousin's internal results. For context, the school I go to follows the IB exam board, and those of you who are in an IB school probably know it's hell. My cousin went first and told everyone, rather smugly, that he got a total of 26 out of 45, a pass, and was told by someone to study harder. LOL. It was then my turn, and I told everyone I got 42, which got me a round of applause and a pissed off look from my cousin. Then my aunt decided to stand up and claim that this was the reason I should help my cousin, as I am apparently doing well enough, and that my lazy cousin deserves the same opportunity too, because he was trying hard and cut down on playing Code D and is studying. She then switched to a customer service voice and started appealing to our other relatives, as well as subtly shading those present who didn't. I went and told her that I will donate, but only the same amount of money she paid for my school fees, aka nothing, and that if my cousin really needed money, I would be glad to share my employer's information with him. My aunt went ballistic and started then blaming my mother for raising a heartless and stupid child, and that I was now of the age to be a breadwinner for the family, which she emphasized included her. This then pissed my father off, and he hauled my aunt into another room, but we could still hear all his cursing, and that she shouldn't be dependent on other people. In the end, my aunt walked out with my cousin, but not before demanding that my mother talk some sense into me and some other people, but also to then disown us. This all happened an hour ago. As I am writing this, my aunt is writing in the GC that if I am to get a scholarship, it should be handed to my cousin, and I should pay for my tuition myself. I don't think that's how scholarships work.